Let me say this again. Let's do this over. People, are you ready?
Welcome back, humans. We are back. I got Angelo back one more time. I think I am going to have to handcuff you.
I'll be down in the show. Like,
Yep.
hold
We
on.
got to Rick James your ass. I'm going to tie you in my basement and let you out and get you back healthy and feed you until it's showtime.
Until showtime?
Yeah.
He's like, we're going to hold you hostage. Like this show is your life. Like, I know.
And you'd be like,
no,
what
for
are you doing? I'm like, it's meant to vent, bitch.
Hey, but all bullshit aside, before we even get started, let me remind you people.
That's right.
Click, like, subscribe.
Please.
Click, like, subscribe.
And don't forget, turn on that notification button so you never miss an episode.
Right.
So, man, it's getting close. It's almost here. It's like fucking a couple days away. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve.
I know, right?
And on that, I wanted to have a little fun with some Christmas shit.
Oh, shit.
Now,
About to get the Christmas gig on.
I was thinking, like, I had a list of a couple songs that I felt like when they wrote the songs, they was under the influence of some sort and they was partying hard. And I think these songs probably have a different meaning. There's a little hidden meaning behind them. I'm not being like, for real, this is all for humor, so don't get all serious with y'all canceling asses.
I could see he said cancel, like, you gonna lose subscribers. Like,
Yeah.
no, he didn't make fun of the Christmas jingle.
Warning,
Like,
this is just for humor. If you are
purely for
uptight,
entertainment
change the
purposes.
channel.
No, don't change the channel. Even if you uptight, just deal
just
with
mute
it.
us for like
Just
a little bit.
Just deal with it.
I'll go like this when we're done. You can turn it back up.
Or I'll be like, and scene.
Yeah. So, like I said, there's some songs here, and I'll start off with one of them, and I'm going to start with Silent Night. Now,
Silent night, holy night.
yep. Now, if you listen to those lyrics, there's like a hidden meaning behind this. Because
that's what, hey, honestly, that's like one of my favorite Christmas songs. It really
it's a
is.
great song. But to me, there's this, like I said, I'm going to have fun with this. There's some hidden meanings there. Like, how do you know that guy's night was so silent? Their night was so silent. You were in their house stalking them. You were doing some fucking murderous serial killer type shit. You were in their house seeing how nuzzled and silent they were. You know what I'm saying? All this calm and all this bright. And then they're like telling you that your little daughter's over there, Don Young Virgins and shit, is in your house sleeping. And he just walked over there and let you know how many kids you had in your house. Like, who is this guy telling you how silent your night was? That's what I want to know. And not everybody's night was that silent. Some people live in a bad neighborhood. They probably had some gunshots going on. It wasn't that silent in that night. You gotta equal it out.
Wait a minute, bro. You said my man was in their crib.
Yeah, he was in their house.
Hey, that might have been Santa. Why you thinking about it? You're talking about Santa delivering presents. Santa sounds more like a glorified cat burglar, if you ask
sticking
me.
up for Santa now.
Look, I'm just saying, I'm not sticking up for him. I'm saying Santa seems to me like an overly happy cat burglar. Like, he's not stealing, but he's just up in your house creeping in the middle of the night where everybody's sleeping.
What if all he did was switch stuff from other people's houses and just rewrapped it? Like, oh, you need this bike. It's kind of new. And he took it from that house and put this bike over here. And that was how it all started.
Dude, like,
he was a cat burglar.
it's some creepy ass shit, dude. You just think about it, the whole, like, if you look at the origin of a lot of things, you would be like, okay, we got the finished product of it, and we're all happy about it, the Santas and the reindeers and the elves and all that story. But the origin of it, like, if you think about how it actually started, like, how that began, where did that shit come from?
So you think Santa was singing Silent Night? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know if it was him, but it was somebody on them lines.
My man had like,
he was in somebody's house.
I think it was a dude with like a 14-inch Bowie knife, like Crocodile Dundee, like, that's a knife. And he was like, holy child, sleep in heavenly peace. Like, while he was restricting himself. Sleep in here. Like, I just thought there was some shit going on. There was some shit going on in that song. Because, like I said, you don't know everybody's night was silent. He picked one house. It was like his victim, I think. There was like, what happened to part 2?
Hey.
That's why there was no part 2.
Bro.
I need answers.
If you think about a lot of shit, and just like, I ain't even trying to go off the roads with Christmas because I know we got some other stuff to get to, but the origins of a lot of things would make you be like, okay, this is what, I'll give you a prime example. Who was the first fucking human that decided to go suck some milk out of a cow's titty and be like, at what point, You know what I'm saying? Like, what was on somebody's mind when it was like,
well, that could be said.
That kid's doing. Look, that other cow's doing it. I want to push that cow out of the way. And
but that could be said for a lot of things. Like, who was the first dude to eat his own booger? You know what I'm saying? That dude was like. Then it became a thing. There was a kid to start the Elmer's glue. Just kidding. But
but just like there's all kinds of the origins of shit. You would be like.
So, like I said, I just think those could have some alternate meanings if you want to have fun with it. You could take it multi-dimensional.
Oh yeah.
In another dimension, in like the 17th dimension, that was a murderistic serial killer song. It was like his theme song.
Like, when you hear this shit, you better run.
Like, he never went to jail back in this alternate dimension, like in the 17th dimension. So he was, what happened was he was like really popular on SoundCloud with that song, with his Silent Night.
He was like,
They had like a SoundCloud in that dimension.
Damn, that's so messed up. Cause I'm, oh my God. Dude, I'm thinking about, damn, I forgot what it was. See, you got me. I totally forgot what I was about to say.
All right. While you're trying to remember that,
I'm not even going to remember.
Before you rando Kerwishian another one.
He's like, rando.
Before this whole Christmas story gets randoed,
hey,
I have another song.
Just in case people didn't see that episode or the origin of Rando Calrissian, that is
pretty much every episode we're in together.
That is my AKA now.
Yeah,
that
because
is
it
my
happens.
Alternate name. So
it happens every episode that we're together.
AKA Rando Calrissian, because I will come off with some random.
And I took over Rando First Blood. I was the Rando First Blood. I took the Sylvester Stallone angle.
Rando First Blood.
So
Rando Calrissian.
Yeah. Now I got another one. Frosty the Snowman.
It's a jolly happy soul.
Now I got to take it another direction. It's going to be a little dark. But now was he not written by a mafia man who just killed somebody, and he was telling you how cold this and jolly this guy used to be?
That's deep, dude. I ain't even got no laugh.
I think a gangster wrote this song.
That's highly possible. You could be on some Jeezy and
and it was like that signal, what they do to like snitches or something. Like he poked his eyes out with a corn hat and a button nose and two eyes made out of coal. He fucked him up like Boondock Saint style with the pennies. But he fucking Frosty the Snowman his ass. You never know. There was that hitman called the Iceman. Remember that shit? My man was like the craziest. He had like so many hits. He was this big giant guy. You know what I'm saying? And he was one of the most like notorious of hitmen.
For who?
For the mafia. I forget which family, but he's like huge. There's a he's on Netflix.
What's his name?
I think they called him the Iceman. He was so big. Like he looked like an NFL lineman.
I follow that, like real life, the Lucchese family, the Gambinos.
So Frosty could be.
I've read a lot of books on those, like real books.
So we don't got to take the Jeezy angle, which I'm sure people were thinking out there, humans. Like he's gonna be a drug dealer, like Jeezy. I'm the Snowman. Remember that? He was ice cream man. No, I'm saying I think it was like describing another victim. Like he done killed his ass, and there he is, nice and cold. And he was a jolly happy soul.
That might, I ain't even gonna hate on that because that sounds highly believable while you're bullshitting.
I'm telling you, that's another angle. I be thinking about these things. They be just percolating in there.
Hey, because I know you. And we go back, decades, literally. Yeah. I'm not gonna try to pull you out on that, but I'm like, because I know you, and I know this isn't just for the people. This is not just for show,
right?
And showmanship on the show. But
some real thoughts.
Like, this is who he is for real. That's why I was like, I'm not gonna like.
I do research.
I'm like,
I'll get an idea. I got to go into it.
Call it research.
Yeah, I get an idea. I got to go into it.
I call it a little mentally unhinged, but hey, it's you. I feel.
No.
he's like, look. And
right, I'm waiting for the positive part, but no, I'm just kidding.
And there's no and then no and then.
Yeah, before we get out to my psychological background, I'm gonna switch to another song. No, I'm just kidding. So my other song is "I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa."
Easy.
Okay.
May I please do the breakdown?
Yes.
Okay. Jacket. I saw Mama kissing Santa. Now, the thing about that is your dad worked midnights, worked double time on Christmas Eve. He was at work from 10 at night till 6 a.m.
Damn.
Another dude was in the house in a red crushed velvet suit. Mom was on some freak shit, fucking with a dude, thinking the kids will sleep. Like, oh, Bill doesn't get off work till 6 a.m. You can fall through. Just wear your Santa suit. We'll act like it's Santa coming.
Right.
Did they know?
And his robe had the initials on there, SC.
Did they know? Mom was in there doing the deed with another dude kids thought was Santa, but actually, yeah. She was cheating.
Dang.
That's the pure breakdown of that one.
Now, you can't go too deep. Like, you could go that angle for sure, always. That's like the first way you could go.
That's first thought.
Right. So, my thing is, like, you almost, like, back yourself into a corner because you almost can't tell your mom that because then you're, like, a young kid seeing what you saw, and then it almost messes with your belief system. Like, because do you want to find out the truth? Do you want to go to your mom and say what you saw, or your dad, you say what you saw, and then your dad was like, well, it was me, you know, and then or he doesn't say it, or the dad's in a predicament where he's like, fuck, do I tell him it was me, or do I let him think your mom's a whore? Like, what, you're in a predicament, you know what I mean? From a parent's angle, this is what I'm thinking because I'm like, fuck, what do I say? Do I fuck up his whole belief system and be like, it was me, dude, or do I make him think his mom's cheating on dad? You know what I mean? So I'm in a corner there. Like, I would just be like, oh, shit, what, you know what I mean? I'd be saying some shit like, it's late. I'll talk to you tomorrow about it. We'll talk to you tomorrow about it.
And I'd be like, don't you ever bring that shit up again in front of me or your mother.
Oh, my gosh.
Like, you suppress that shit. No,
yeah,
suppress that shit. You'll talk about that with your therapist when you're 35.
Right.
Right now, suppress that shit.
You guys are in the new age of microspace. Microspace that shit in and just tuck it in. Your galaxy of feelings.
He's like, oh, what do you do? What do you do? You got an appetite. Just eat that shit, kid. Eat that shit.
So, yeah.
Eat it.
That's what I think. As a parent, you're like almost stuck if you want to tell your kid or what happened. Or do you want to put that picture or, you know, dirty your mom's name or your wife's name and his mom's name by saying, it wasn't me. She just likes Santa. But Dad, Santa grabbed her butt.
Like mommy and Santa were wrestling naked.
Yeah, they started wrestling naked. Santa picked mommy up. Dad. They went upstairs. And I'm like, then it's getting worse. You're sitting there like, what do I say now? What do I say now?
And then I walked in the door, and it looked like Santa was suplexing Mom off the back.
Right, it was suplexing.
Like, it was a suplex. Like, that was not a suplex. Like,
I thought he was like, they left the door, Dad. Dad, he was like, Dad, the door was cracked open, and it looked like they were making weird shadow puppets. I saw weird shadow puppets, Dad.
He's like, was it this? Like, did you see this one?
And then,
or was it the bird?
So let's say you were doing like now I'm taking this I might be taking this to the gutter now, but let's say you're having like a champ night. It's like one of those nights you wish people was watching, right? And then, so the son was like, I heard Mom making some noise.
He said that pose in the mirror and drink your pop like this, like.
You wish somebody was.
Like chugging.
Right.
Like you brought your A game. Usually you're on D- level.
So you hear your kid say like, oh, Mommy was saying like, oh my God, and oh my God. And then like you're trying to tell him that it wasn't you trying to keep the Santa thing going, but yet you're starting to smile. You're like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? But then you got to play like, wait, whoa. Santa, wait, whoa, Santa.
Slow it down.
So, like I said, when you get in that predicament, you got to take it from both angles.
She was like, just like Mommy was taking it from both angles.
She was taking many angles, like the kid was with the shadow puppets. He was like, there was weird shadow puppets, Dad. It was like an octopus thing going. I don't know what it was.
Oh my God, dude!
I think it was a camel. I don't know what is going on. They were playing leapfrog. They became one meshy thing. I don't know what it was.
He said they was playing leapfrog, but then when he was jumping over Mommy's back, it looked like he got stuck. Like he was just there at her back. He never moved.
Yeah. They looked like the Sheba statue. There was just limbs everywhere.
Oh my God! Stop. My face is hurting.
Well, I got two more.
Oh shit! Here we go.
I got two more. I got another one.
And go.
So here's my next one. Grandma got ran over by a reindeer. Now, was he telling the truth or was that an alibi? Was he trying to cover the fact that he was drinking and driving to the family party and took out Grandma? Thinking he saw a baby Sasquatch or something and just like popped it on the road and just kept going. And then they found out it was the old lady and now he told everybody it was a reindeer.
Let's check it out. Why was Grandma walking home in the snow on Christmas Eve?
Exactly.
Like by herself. Like, why was Grandma walking in the snow if you had a car? Like, we made Grandma walk home in the snow.
And not only did you not out for a ride, you hit her.
He said, Grandma got ran over by a reindeer coming home from my house Christmas Eve. Like, so y'all made Grandma walk home in the snow from your crib after Christmas.
And then he says, as for me and Santa, we believe, right? And he says that, right? Because Santa saw what happened and fucking ratted his ass out.
You may say there's no such thing as Santa.
But as for, because he was going to jail. They didn't show no music video. It was a cartoon. But what really happened was he was getting handcuffed and Santa was pointing at him and he was like, as for me and Santa, we believe, motherfucker. And he was all pissed off at Santa because Santa ratted him out. And that was it. He was trying to use her getting ran over as an alibi, trying to blame it on a kid's hero.
Hey, that was fucked up.
So he tried to use it as an alibi, if you ask me.
Yeah, I think there was something, because that's just some cold-hearted shit, period, that Christmas Eve was over. Y'all made Grandma walk home in the snow. Didn't give her no ride, but you just happened to be out and seen it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that means you was out driving.
So what happened was she brought a fruit pie, or them fruit cakes. And I know some people do like the fruit cake, but let it be known, I don't like the fruit cake.
No. I always thought, when I was little, all bullshit aside, I always thought the fruit cake was like for decoration, like a centerpiece on the table, like
right.
Because I'd never seen anybody actually open one and eat it. But you go to people's house on Christmas, and there would be one on the table, and it would still be wrapped. Nobody ever unwrapped it. It was just like a decoration.
You know, what used to trip me out is the person, my family members, like one of my grandmas. You know what I'm saying? We used to cut the fruit cake, right, and put it on this like wax paper plate thing, and it would soak through the fucking wax paper, whatever the oils was coming seeping out that damn thing. It was weird as hell. And then I had somebody else, like a family member, brought one over, and I just used to like cut them and break them open just to see what would happen, like a scientist or something. Like I never ate them. I just used to see what they would have, because every time you would cut one, it was something different would happen. My experience with fruitcakes, I'm like, oh, let me cut what this one happens. One would fog up, or you know what I'm saying? Like a little puff would come out. They would pressurize. I don't know. Some weird shit would happen every time I cut one.
Came out of a fruitcake like.
So I never really wanted to eat one. So it was more like a game for me. Like, what am I going to do this? It was like a wishbone on Thanksgiving. Like, I can't wait to cut it open and see what's going to happen.
Oh, man, wait.
Every year, I get one. I'm like, oh, shit. What's going to be on this one? I'm like, what's going to do it?
You said the cake fogged up.
Yeah, one shot out like a little foggy mist. Like a little poof. So I'm like, I ain't eating that one.
He said a foggy mist.
It was a little poof. Yeah.
Oh,
so I wouldn't touch that
bro,
one, and
so
another one made a noise. You know what I'm saying?
He said cloud.
So I don't know what I'm gonna get this year in 2020, but we'll see. Who knows?
A fucking COVID cake.
Right. The vid cake.
The vid 19.5. Oh my God, dude. I can't even stop laughing at that. He said a cloud. Cloud came out of
okay. Now,
dog, I'm done with you, bro.
For my final song that I thought had alternate meaning.
Oh my God, bro.
There's one more, people. One more, humans.
Yo.
And I'll stop tampering the Christmas song names.
I'm dying.
So my last one is Jingle Bells. Right. Now, so what do you think your theory is? Because like I said, I'll give you my shit.
I don't even have a theory on that one.
Okay.
Jingle Bell, I don't know what that song, I've never looked at an alternate, you know what I'm saying, meaning of it, but
let me ask you this.
I've always taken it for what it was.
When in your younger days, when we used to party a little hard sometimes, I mean, we didn't do it like every time we party, but when you hit those levels where you're like at that woo state, you know,
you mean like every time we hung out?
Okay,
like,
so let's say
like we didn't always. I'm like,
do it.
I'm like, dude,
I did have to go home.
I'm like, we're grown now. No, you ain't got to worry about nobody doing nothing to us. We did. Like,
so,
we hung out.
Okay, so on your younger days where we would party like really crazy, hit that level, right? And you're in that hard time party, and you thought you was like smooth, everything was going cool, and you were like, man, I was this, I was talking to these girls, I was this and that, and everybody was like, man, this dude was sloppy and doing all this crazy. Well, that's what Jingle Bells is. Jingle Bells is the beer goggles song. Ain't nobody that perfect. Like in Jingle Bells, you know what I'm saying? Jingle bells, swing and jingle bells. Right? While you didn't see the fucking dude throwing up at the party in the fucking bushes, or somebody fighting over there, and you know what I'm saying? Crazy shit going on.
He was like, he said, so you took all the negative out of the party and just focused on the positive. Right. Like you were like, never mind all that shit that went on. The cops got called. Somebody didn't beat up their girl. This dude got into it. Like all I saw was this.
So you're at the party and you hear like, let's say, what's that? Staying Alive is in your mind. Staying Alive, like boom, boom, bang, boom, bang, bang. You know, all that shit's going on. You can tell by the way I woke. I'm a ladies' man, right? So that's what's going on in your head, okay? So that's going in your head, but this is what people see.
Right.
You know, this is what people really see. You know, you all sloppy as hell, like, oh, and that's what I'm talking about as Jingle Bells was. These guys are like thinking it's this super jolly la-la, but they were probably some super sloppy drunks, making a mess, making a scene everywhere. Jingle Bells is the beer goggles song. That's what I compare it to, because ain't nothing that perfect. It was like their version.
Jingle Bells is the new, he said Jingle Bells is the new beer goggles song for Christmas.
Remember Beer Fest when my man was like thinking he was all with that hot chick and Beer Fest, and then what really happened? That's Jingle Bells. What was happening in that scenario perfectly describes my trying to describe Jingle Bells.
I forgot about
when he was like, "I want a pickle," and he thought he was talking all smooth with his fucking disco shirt on. When he was all fucking had tomato juice on him and all that bullshit, and a cereal box hat on. That's Jingle Bells. Because he was like, "Jingle bells swing," and he's probably on a freeway in a fucking Model T, fucking crashing into everybody, fucking taking out the milkman and shit. And taking grandma out and blaming it on a reindeer.
He's stupid. He said that was the same people.
No, it's not. But
the same people in Jingle Bells.
Yeah, same one took out grandma. They made her walk home and shit. And he was like, "Jingle bells in the frosty air."
They said grandma got ran over by a reindeer coming home from my house Christmas Eve. Like,
so he's like,
was walking.
He hits the big bump, right? He's like, boom, and he's like, "What a great time for the right time." As he cracks another drink while he's driving.
Oh my God! Dude.
To rock the night away.
I can't even believe that, dude. You got me that whole.
So I'm just saying, like all the versions of Jingle Bells are like, to me, are the Beer Goggles song. Even the Jingle Bell Rock, like not just Jingle Bells, the Jingle, like I was just singing. That one's totally,
Beer Goggles.
Beer Goggles.
All day.
It's like their version of they just hit that drunkenness or party level where everything was just perfect. But what was happening in real life was just a whole different thing.
Bro, like Wolf of Wall Street, you ever see it?
Yeah,
Where he thinks he's all cool. He drove the Lamborghini home that night, pulled up, barely made it. The next day, the police was like, "Sir, did you drive this car?" My man shit all fucked up, grass all in it.
Yeah.
He's all oh, my God, yeah.
That's right.
That's about what happened with the Jingle Bell shit. That's about how that went.
So those were my alternate meanings of Christmas songs, and I hope you all enjoyed it. And if you did, like I said, hit us with a like and subscription, and we'd really appreciate it. And
turn on that subscribe.
And turn on that notification button.
Subscribe.
So, all right, man. We were talking about.
Wait a minute. I said all that to say this.
All right.
Click subscribe.
Okay. While you said that, sorry for his Tourette's, people. No, I'm just kidding. And I no disrespect to people that have it.
Nothing wrong.
Right. Like last time when you got electrocuted in the last episode. You got electrocuted when you was in that last episode. We just blamed it on a Twitch. No. So
you gotta bring that up in the next episode.
We were talking about Steven Seagal that one day and all that shit. So it made me think about those martial art movies. So what was your like top martial art movies like that you like? What was some of your top martial art films?
Really?
Or what do you think's like? So it don't have to be newer. It don't have to be older. Like some underrated martial art films.
Dude, I'm a Bruce Lee fan. So, Fist of Fury, Game of Death, Enter the Dragon, Return of the Dragon. I love Bruce Lee movies. I love Jet Li's Unleashed.
All right, good one.
Jet Li is in a series of kung fu movies in Japanese called The Fist of Legend.
Right.
I don't know if you've ever heard of them
or
seen, but there's Fist of Legend 1, 2, 3. And Fist of Legend 2, specifically, is one of my favorite movies.
Nice.
I love Jackie Chan and the Drunken Master.
Drunken Master's good.
Back in the day, that was like one of my favorites.
Do you like any of his like newer comedies, like any of the Rumble in the Bronx or anything?
Yeah. I like Rumble in the Bronx, but I respect Jackie Chan is like kung fu people.
Yep.
I guess a lot of people don't see it because it has him playing like comedy and everything like that, but they don't know where
the skill that he possesses
came from back in the day. Like Jackie Chan is that real deal. Like, don't think that
shit
is just all.
The skill that Jackie Chan possesses, and everybody knows this, and anybody can vouch for that, is like legend status, where they allow him to do comedy stuff like this, but they would never let him do like a competitive type of thing like that because he probably has that, like I said, that level of mastery of his martial arts.
Up in real life, like you out here playing.
In my opinion, I think so. I mean, he's in his like 70, I think, and he's in phenomenal shape still. Still doing his own stunts, still doing it. Yeah. And so is Tom Cruise. You know what I'm saying?
I know. Okay.
Have you seen that? Have you heard about him to have that crazy blowout the other day?
Blowout what?
Tom Cruise did.
Blowout what?
He yelled at some people working on a movie.
Oh no, I'm not a Tom Cruise fan. I'm sorry.
I am. I am a Tom Cruise fan. I mean, I don't know what he does. Like, I don't care what he does off those, but I'm saying like his movies are fucking awesome. You can't tell me like his character in Tropic Thunder.
Oh, right. As the comedy, he's like doing the ludicrous.
What about Outsiders?
Okay, as a
come on,
kid,
man.
but the Mission Impossible
Ethan
movie,
Hunt.
Look, the
Mission Impossible movies are good.
All that shit. I don't.
Maverick. Dick Trickle.
I've never been known.
The fucking Tropic Thunder or Days of Thunder. Tropic Thunder. Damn.
Vanilla Skies, all that shit.
Well, anyways, he's filming the new Mission Impossible, and right now we're under that pandemic going on, so people got to wear masks, and
I thought we were talking about our favorite martial arts movie.
We are. I'm just gonna go on this real quick because we brought some action shit up when Tom Cruise's name came up.
You just stepped all over my Jackie Chan for Tom Cruise.
Right.
You know that, right?
That's how we rando. This is why we rando.
Rando tree.
That's right. So, you drew first blood. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. That was my Stallone. But you drew first blood, not me. No. But
like, they drew first blood, not me.
Regardless, so they were filming a movie, and I guess the people who were on the set weren't wearing a mask, and he flipped out. And, it was just always a big old scene. But we can get back to Jackie Chan, but I just had to spin off on that real quick.
I just never been a Tom Cruise fan. But, the rest of my
martial arts
movies, bro, like Bloodsport with Van Damme's always one of my favorites. Dude, Bloodsport was the shit. If you don't, hey, have you ever seen the movie Ninja Assassins?
Yep. That's a great one.
Oh, my God. That
great
shit
one.
Was so out cold.
Now, to me, when I give you my list, that was on there, Ninja Assassins. I think that's one of the. I think it's underrated, highly underrated.
Highly underrated.
So
dude,
I'll give you my little 5 ones.
The chain.
So Ninja Assassin, since we brought it up, of course. I mean, you got real graphic, newer technology, great choreography in the fight scenes, blood and gore. You know what I'm saying? You got what would those weapons do in real life? Like that movie was like pretty good descript, like reenactment of what would those weapons do in real life. You know what I'm saying?
You're like, damn.
And it was cool the way they would disappear in the dark too, like just little piece of shade right there. They're just disappearing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like this little shade of the mixer, they're fucking disappear right there.
Right, fuck it.
And pop out behind you.
I'm gonna watch that today.
You know what I'm saying?
As a matter of fact, dude.
Look at this little shadow, people, humans. Look,
and
you see this little shadow? They would disappear right here and then pop up over here and kill us all.
Right, and all you see in the dark, you see that blood, like, and it just goes, oh my God, I'm gonna watch that again today.
Yeah, that's one of mine. So Ninja Assassins, Bloodsport, of course, Van Damme. Probably the most longest scream scenes in a film ever made. Even though like 300 was pretty close, but Van Damme was like, when he had to wipe his eyes, and not only could he not see, he still looked at his hands. You know what I'm saying? Like his hands was bloody, and he was like, yeah, for like 20 minutes, and then he looked at his hands too, like, yeah, while he was still screaming when the guy threw the shit in his eye.
Right.
So I thought that was crazy. That was like the longest scream scene in any film. But that Bloodsport would probably be my other one. And that was pretty crazy. And some of them I thought some of them fight styles would have survived a little longer now that I watch MMA. So, but Bloodsport was still before that, so whatever. I'm just kidding. It kind of brought it here. Bruce Lee kind of brought that shit, and so did so did that movie. But anyways, a highly underrated film, martial art film, which I like. It had like Julia Roberts' brother in it and Sean Penn's brother in it. It had like B-list actors, they would call them. You know what I'm saying? Like all the B-listers or whatever. But it was fucking badass movie. Had a lot of drama. Shit almost made me cry even at the end.
What?
It was called Best of the Best.
See, I remember. I vaguely remember seeing it.
To me, that was an underrated film. I thought it was a good movie. It was like an Olympic-style martial art competition, and somebody lost their brother, in the fight game, and it was almost like a revenge type thing. And they brought all these guys that just gave up on shit. I thought it was a good movie.
Speaking of that, do you remember a movie called Jim Cotta? There was an Olympic gymnast. His name was Kurt Thomas back in the day. I don't know if you remember him, but they did a movie with him, and it was supposed to be like in the Middle Eastern times. Not Middle Eastern. Middle Age. You know what I'm saying? Where the castles and stuff like that. And it was almost like that where they were hunting these people.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I haven't seen that. Can't say I've seen it.
Dude, if you ever get a chance to, it's called Jim Cotta. Gymkata. Jim Cotta. It was an Olympic gymnast, and in real life, his name was Kurt
All right.
Thomas, I believe it was, and he plays it. But martial art wise, he's a gymnast, and my man was just like badass,
Right.
like. But you have to check it out. Anyway.
Man, there was these one movies with this guy, this one actor that was an awesome martial artist back in the day, and I can't even right now. I'm drawing a blank of his name, but he was like he had man, I can't even think. But his nickname was the Dragon or some shit, and he used to do like cool martial art films back in the day. But if I had to pick another one of my films besides Best of the Best, like I said, that one was awesome. Had like a cool drama, cool story to it, and it was like a pinnacle. Because back then, what was that, like the 90s and late 80s? Martial arts were like the movie to make.
Oh yeah.
Like Wesley Snipes came out, was doing Passenger 57, all the fucking martial arts he'd do, like
right.
Blade, he would do all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was like you didn't know martial arts, you weren't getting into films or something.
That dude, what's that black dude's name? That was Michael J. White or whatever his name is.
Oh, okay, Michael J. White.
Yeah, I used to respect him until he supposedly made the statement that he would have beaten Bruce Lee, like he's better than Bruce Lee was. I was like, dude, like
never.
I like totally lost respect from him just behind that comment. I really did. I was like, dude, you feeling yourself a little too fucking much.
You ever see that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? That newer movie with DiCaprio and Brad Pitt? Well, in that film...
Oh, yeah, I did. When he fights Bruce Lee...
Where Brad Pitt kicks his ass, right?
Right.
So what if Bruce Lee was bullshit and that happened in real... Like, that kind of story nobody tells. That was somebody that told this story that nobody knows about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I'm like, for him to even make up some shit like that.
A little 120-pound dude going to come up, and my man was just like, try that again. Bip, grabbed his little light ass and threw him like a grocery bag. You know what I'm saying? And
what if that did happen?
I'm just saying. I'm
I'm like, because that would be real disrespecting Bruce Lee if something like
his
that
whole legacy
was even vaguely fake.
It'd be flushed down the toilet.
Like what? Like how you gonna do that? For him to say some shit like that, there must have been something somewhere at least along that line that transpired.
It'd be flushed down the toilet.
Right. Like he said he just beat up Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
Too. I was like,
yeah,
fucked up the car and everything. Like,
so you just don't know.
Right?
Now there was a corny movie. I mean, it's not like a all-time great martial art movie. But I liked the movie. It was just like one of my lists. Was probably The Last Dragon. The comedy with Sho'nuff and Bruce Leroy.
Kiss my Converse.
Yep. Who's the baddest mofo low down in this town? Sho'nuff. So that was probably one of mine. Uh-huh.
He's like, I got some real for your ass in these hands.
He'd be like, oh, yeah. He'd be like, kiss my sneakers, boy.
Fucking,
Yep, that was probably one of mine on there.
Oh, one I forgot, dude. Funniest comedy kung fu movie ever. Kung Fu Hustle. That shit is.
That was good.
The landlady.
Yeah, that movie was wild. Bro. Now I think that's like a acquired taste for some people.
Yes,
because you got to deal with the weird dialogue, right. The dialogue, right? The dialogue. You got to deal with awkward dialogue, but it's a great comedy,
dude. But honestly, the little fight scenes they did have, like towards the end of the movie, the three like ghost dudes, and they were like playing the piano with the dude.
That was creative.
Badass scenes,
very creative,
man.
And they used the special effects awesome.
Yeah,
the special effects, the way like the power would be exaggerated, like oh man, it was almost like anime mixed with the film put together, like
right.
Oh man,
like when he does the big hand splat and he just comes down from like the heaven, just imprints the whole earth like
that shit happens in like
that mega slap for
if you ever watch any anime, that still happens like those animes. I remember this old school anime everybody used to be on, and they tried to make a film of it, and the film's pretty crazy. Oh no, Fist of the North Star.
Fist of the North Star, yeah.
Yeah, dude, that was my shit. So everybody would go get the DVD. And, or the DVD. Everybody would get the VHS. It was like Blockbuster shit, man. And we'd watch that shit, like, or come on late at night. And that was one. They tried to make a motion picture, which was really weird, but it still was pretty cool.
Dude, some animes are just so out cold. Like,
did you ever see the Wolverine one? It was a Wolverine anime version. Oh, my gosh. It used to come on that old gaming channel. It used to be called G4. That's where, like, Olivia Munn started and shit.
They still have a channel for that Mob Dro on their Fire Stick thing. They have a channel for G4.
Okay.
Still, but bro, speaking like anime, like there's a one called Attack on Titan.
All right.
And these things are like giants and like giant people and like eat. Dude, I love that Attack on Titan. And if You can't even say you're an anime lover if you don't like Dragon Ball. If you don't like Dragon Ball Z, you're not a real anime fan. That or Naruto,
right?
Shit like that, man. Dude.
All right, and for my last pick, I'll have to go with probably the first Ip Man.
Yes,
the first Ip Man
was
really cool.
chain.
And when he punched that one dude's face and they showed it like squeeze in like the rubber or some shit,
He's like,
I was like, good lord. Good lord, that was like Ralphie in the Christmas Story when he beat the bully up, and just my man had no choice. You know what I'm saying? He was like, fetch him. Like the Ip Man scene, that part was crazy. Those fight scenes were nuts.
And he I love the way he doesn't punch like this. It's like this.
Yeah, it's like
fucking.
And
he's like, but it's not even this. He kind of rolls his fist over like pow, 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 almost feedback with his like pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, if you guys appreciate a good like fight scenes, I recommend the Ip Man series. It's pretty good. But part one,
those are the last two where they had Batista. And Mike Tyson, those were both.
The Tyson one was cool just because it was Tyson. That fight scene was funny. It was funny though.
Yeah, the first one where not the first one, the second one where Bruce Lee as a little kid comes in. He's like, "What's your name?" He's like,
that cigarette
Bruce
scene.
Lee. No, he was a little kid
Oh.
when he first told me. He's like, "What's your name?" Bruce Lee's like, "Why do you want to take martial arts?" He's like, "Because I want to beat up people that I don't like."
Yeah.
He's like, "You're too young. Come back and see me in a couple of years."
I remember that, and then I remember where he goes and sees them again, and he does the cigarettes, and he's fucking starts kicking all the cigarettes and shit. But that was crazy.
You got to think though, if that's the guy that taught Bruce Lee, imagine how much better he had to be than Bruce Lee. Like, motherfucker, I taught you what you know.
For him to even vouch for it, you know what I mean? Like to vouch for him or whatever, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's crazy. So those will be my little my picks.
Okay, so we're on the same level because I forgot, but Ip Man kind of falls in man's. I know Kung Fu Hustle falls in mine.
Ninja Assassin.
Yes, Ninja Assassin.
Okay, so no, I think I would want, even though Bloodsport's in there, I don't want to over Van Damme it because Van Damme had a good run with those movies. I could have threw Kickboxer in there because him and Tom Paul was bad as fuck.
That was
bad as fuck.
About that.
You know what I'm saying?
About
that was a good ass pick. I mean, you could have Van Dammed it with Universal Soldier.
You know what else? Ong Bak.
Oh yeah. Now I don't know who all know. People probably know about that one. That was some shit.
Ong Bak was some shit.
Hell yeah, it was. There's this new one. I won't even bring it up right now. I shouldn't because I don't even know the name of it. But it's on Netflix, I think. And it's this like fantasy world martial art film where this guy has this like alternate universe, and like we could be sitting here right now, and he would have this battle here in this room with this big giant beast, and he has this big giant sword. Have you seen this? I can't think of the damn name. I know people probably know what I'm talking about. I watched it probably 10 times already. The movie's badass. It came out maybe last year, 2018 or something. And it's this badass martial art fantasy style film.
Was it on Netflix?
I think it's on Netflix. I want to say it's on Netflix. And he fights this big dragon thing. Like it was like this white face dragon. Almost looks like the Jabberwocky dancer's face. And it's like, and it's ultra dimensional.
Like movie?
It's a movie, and it's like ultra dimensional things. I think it might be based off anime.
Damn, you don't know the name of it. Now you got me curious. I want to watch that.
I could pull it up. If you got your phone, I could probably pull up the trailer. It's a new Netflix fucking action film or whatever, but I want to say it's from last year or 2018. And it's badass, dude. I just can't think of the name of it. And just type in like martial art films on Netflix.
I'll let you do it.
Well, you do it because I got to bring up another topic while you do that.
Okay.
And we'll come back to that while I'm doing my other topic because these ones are a little. This one topic's a little controversial. Conspiracy.
Martial arts movies on Netflix.
Yeah, I recommend this movie. I just forget the name, but it's fun to watch. Now, let me see the pictures, and I can tell you what it is. Let me see
hit the other.
Let's see. More movies. Sword of might not be that one.
Does it show what year it is?
It probably would show the year, but the cover I think has the monster on it with that white face. I can't even. I don't know, man. I'll have to find it. But
Ip Man came up. You said 2018 though, right?
Yeah, it's either 19 or 18.
Night Comes of Us.
And he has this big sword. You know what I'm saying? You should do the video, like watch the trailers, and it'll show you and then I can pick it out. You know what I'm saying? But on this crazy controversial shit, you know how people were taking the vaccination, right? Well, I don't know if you saw in the news where someone took it and they passed out and fainted like seconds after.
I'm not doing no flu shots. I'm not doing no pandemic shots.
Well, check this
I'm
out.
not doing no unnecessary ass shot that I don't. Man, no, I'm straight.
Supposedly she took it on TV, live TV, and she collapses seconds after, right on TV. The doctors all swarm her.
So she guinea pigged on national television.
Yeah, and I don't know if she had like a pre-existing condition or what.
Ended up flopping out.
So
LeBron, she was flopping.
People are saying she hasn't been on her social media or nothing like that, and some people say she's missing. One of the family members said she died on social media. So there's a lot of weird stories going around like that. They're trying to cover shit up. And so it's a little bit crazy. Like I said, it's interesting. It's new. It just happened a couple days ago. You know, all this stuff's going around. So, you know, people are going to have fun with it. I'm not saying that's what it is happening.
Hey.
I'm just reporting what I've read.
Hey, I'm telling you, I don't understand. I mean, people don't understand the government is shady as fuck. Like, don't think, like, it is not beyond the government to kidnap a motherfucker or lock them up, put them in a crazy house and make people think, oh, they were committed because they were crazy. And that's just because the government tried to get rid of you.
Like I said in one of our episodes, they made a pistol in the 50s that shot an icicle projectile with pufferfish venom, which simulates the natural chemical reaction when you have a cardiac arrest. So they would take people out and they say you died of a heart attack. And they show this weapon. You can look this up in a court case, like where they bring it up in court, like of this gun.
Right.
And, you know, so I wouldn't put it past that shit, but they say she's missing. And if one family member one family member put up there that she passed, and like, so it's not me saying this. I'm just repeating.
But there's no documented proof of her
being all right,
being deceased, or on the other hand, being okay.
And everybody says that she's always on her social media, like all her followers, all her friends, like that she's always on there every day putting something up on her shit, and she hasn't been. And then somebody put on Facebook on one of those social medias that she passed or something from that. And so nobody knows for sure what's going on. But that's one of the new hot like conspiracy things popping around, yeah. And I just thought that was bananas.
It's bananas.
Yeah. But I'll just keep that one short on that. And I got a quick another one. A woman got a package from FedEx. Y'all need to step your game up.
Step your game up, Shody. Step your game up.
She got a package delivered, and she thought it was something she ordered for Christmas. And when she opened it up, it was somebody's vid test.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I'll even put the picture up. She's got the biohazard thing out of there, and it's right there, dude. Like, she opened the package, thought it was like whatever she ordered. You know what I'm saying? And they fucked up her package. And the reason I bring this up is because I ordered something for Christmas for my wife, okay? And there was a mistake made. And now she's going to find out when she watches this, you know, so now she's going to think I'm some big perv or something, like, because she thinks I purchased this stuff on purpose. Okay? So my wife was like, "Oh, I like this gear from this fashion line." Who's supported and sponsored by a very famous female rap artist that everybody knows. Okay? She's the female rap artist. So I don't even want to say her name right now. Okay? With your Puerto Rican ass. No, I'm just kidding. No. No, I'm just playing. So she supports this big fashion line, and everybody likes it. It's popular. And they got shorts or clothes and pants and jeans for curvy women, right?
Right.
So my wife was like, "Oh, I like these jeans. I want these jeans," and blah, blah, blah. She's been talking about them. So I go there, and I'm like, all right, cool. I'm picking these things out that she likes, right?
Right.
So the package comes. And the reason, so I open the package up, and my son's like, "Oh, this box came for you." I'm like, "Oh, cool. You know, this is what I was looking for, right?" And I'm like, "This box is huge. All I got was like a pair of jeans, like some jeans. Like, it should be a smaller box. It's this fucking big box, like maybe like a small bike was in there, okay?"
Right.
So I'm like, what the hell? I did not order a small fucking mini fridge, okay? What is in this box? All right?
Right.
So I get upstairs. My wife's coming home. I'm like, "Don't come in here. I'm trying to open some stuff. I got to wrap some stuff." So I open this box, and I'm like, what the hell is in here? There's these two big shoe boxes in there. Big boxes. Not like a regular shoe box, like there's tennis shoes. There's these big boxes in there. And I see the little
a Doc Martin box.
And I see the two little pack of jeans that I bought. You know what I'm saying? They're sitting on top of it. So I take them out. This is what I got, right? I open the box up, and I open one of the shoe boxes up, and then this other box, I'm like, what the hell is this? This is like a black string bikini. This is like, and then I open up the shoe box, and there's these boots in there. The boots are like this long and shit, like fucking, they go up to your fucking, they go all the way to the vagina. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So basically, I ordered this stuff from this place, and I got a Cardi B starter kit. Now my wife thinks I got her a fucking stripper startup kit and fucking for Christmas. You know what I'm saying?
So, but you got the stuff you ordered plus some extra shit. Though.
Yeah,
so
but
you didn't get gypped. You just got some bonus.
But
shit.
yeah, I don't want her to think that I just picked this shit out on purpose. You know what I'm saying? It was just wild.
So somebody else got jacked out of what they ordered.
Yeah,
their
somebody
order
else
ended up with yours.
Somebody else got some jeans and shit too.
No, you probably got. That's probably an order that's gonna be missing. They probably put their shit in one order with yours.
So we got a stripper startup kit. You know what I'm saying?
Free.
So we got 2 pairs of
That's
these.
a plus.
We got these 2 pairs of these vagina high boots with high heels.
Vagina high.
And then they got these little outfits with it. And all I ordered was some regular clothes, man. So this is my me telling you that I didn't do this, but I'm grateful that it happened.
Nothing to be mad about at all.
It's funny. It is a bonus.
Right,
it is funny.
A bonus. Somebody else mad as hell for Christmas.
But yeah, that's some of these shipping people need to get their, be careful. Got to get your stuff right. You know what I'm saying?
Right, because somebody's about to was planning on being a hoe for New Year's Eve. Now they can't be the hoe they wanted to be because y'all done fucked up their order of stripper gear.
That's right. And so I got something for you, man. Ever since I brought the Christmas thing up, I was gonna change that up. I got a question for you. This is a little debatable thing. I'm
always up for debate.
I'm on the fences with it because I totally agree with it, kind of. Do you think that different fast food restaurants taste better than others, even though they're the same fast food restaurant? Like, different McDonald's taste better than different McDonald's?
Yeah.
I agree. I agree.
Because it's all, like, dude, McDonald's was my first ever job when I was, like, 15 years old. And
I agree.
Believe me, it makes a difference in, like, how much somebody's putting salt on this.
Or they got better fountain pop than the other pop. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, oh, man, you know who's got bomb fountain pop? Is White Castle. Their fountain sodas is whip.
Hey, I love burners out of a bottle, but I swear to God, something about the fountain pop burners from McDonald's.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, I don't know.
So,
it's like when I go to McDonald's, like if I drink anything from there, I swear it's either their burners or they have a tropic berry spray. And that's like it.
So I agree that it could be, even though they're the same business and same thing, that people are like, oh, that's weird because they're saying the exact same food. No, man. Some places are fresher than others because you got some places by a freeway or by a big company, so they're going to be fresh. They're going to be always rolling in customers from the work shifts to the traffic from the freeway and yada, yada. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So those are definitely going to be always good. You're going to get a fresh hot burger, super hot fries.
I know one thing that's been the same to everyone I've ever been to.
Uh-huh.
Well, not everyone. I've only been to 2. And that was it. It was fucking, what's that bullshit that be on the side of the fucking Waffle House? That shit. Hey. People live down south. I guess y'all grew up on that. That's kind of like y'all, whatever the fuck y'all want to call it. But fuck Waffle House with a spiked dick. Sorry.
I never had Waffle House.
And you're not missing anything.
I did have IHOP.
The hop.
Right. So I agree with that. Like I said, if you're by a freeway or something like that, you know, I think they'd be fresher food and better if it's, even though it's the same company. Because I've heard people say like, oh, I like the McDonald's over here by this bridge because it's right by the you know, it's pumping real fresh all the time. And then there's one really good over here on this road, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not even bullshitting. Like, people, there's, you know what I'm saying, everybody has their fast food places, whatever. But I would say, like, actual, like, burgers specifically, wise, if they're fresh made.
Yeah.
A&W's burgers
are
off the chain because they're fresh. And if you get somebody at Wendy's that makes their shit right, Wendy's burgers, like fresh, they're, you know what I'm saying, they're good as fuck.
I got to say something.
Hold on, this is my last one. I don't know what it is, though. If you ever get a fresh-made Whopper, if you get a Whopper fresh-made, like where the pickles are still crisp, the tomatoes still cold, and, dude.
Mine is the original chicken from Burger King.
Yes, if you get them fresh made, that Whopper, that chicken sandwich are off the chain. But, like, a Whopper, if that bitch gets even halfway room temperature or...
The A1 burger, like you were bringing up, I mean, it's fresh, but it's freshly microwaved because they don't have a grill in A&W, the AW burger. Just wanted to let you know that. It's fresh, but it's freshly microwaved.
What do you mean you don't have a grill?
They don't got a grill in A&W.
Yeah, they do.
They only got a fry fucking thingy. They don't make the burgers. They just heat the shit up. Man, you need to pay attention to some shit. I'd have schooled you.
Nuh-uh.
They don't cook the burgers at fucking A&W, man.
Now you see all A&W.
You ever go to A&W, and that's why they keep you in the car. They don't want you to fucking see what you're doing.
I go inside all the time.
Okay, and then you make little sizzling noises. That shit's coming from the speakers.
Shut up, dude.
You're getting a microwave burger, man.
Not. Shut up.
You're getting the heat lamp special.
Dude.
With a fresh toasty bun in the toaster.
And so A&W has been around since the early 1900s before the microwave.
Yep.
Shut up, dude.
Before the microwave, they was using mirrors and reflections.
Stop. Stop. Ain't no way. Look, you almost had me for a minute. I was like, no. Because I've seen it. I was like, I've been inside there. Like, I know there's a grill. Yeah, you almost had me believing that shit for a minute. I was like,
I almost had a whole conspiracy going on. People are probably looking it up as we speak.
People that work there is like, that's a damn lie.
People are watching this like, did they really got a grill? They're like searching it while they're watching this shit real quick. But I got you.
Almost had me. And then I thought about how many times I've been in there and I've actually seen the grill behind. I'm like, wait a minute.
All right, people. All right, humans. And guest. No, I'm just kidding.
He said, no, you just call me and guest.
And guest. No, I'm just kidding.
He's my +1.
Right. So, this year's coming to an end. Christmas is here. Then we got the New Year's not that far away. And I thought I would describe and decide to put 2020 on the table and give 2020 a little roasting. I thought I would roast 2020 and describe what 2020 would be like. So I thought we could go back and forth and, give 2020 a little ripping, a little roasting. Like 2020 is like a bad wedgie.
Ew.
That's what I would describe 2020 like.
I would be like, 2020 is that ugly stripper in a cheap ass strip club, and she's the ugly one.
And she got a tether on.
Right.
That's where the money's at, in the tether.
Hey, right.
Hey,
like
2020.
She's like a stripper with a broken hip, bad hair, and no teeth. Like,
no disrespect, but she's like a stripper with a back brace. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, damn!
Okay. Or a stripper with a halo. No, I was kidding.
Seriously, 2020 is like that piece of bread at the end that everybody's fingered and touched, but nobody wants.
Right. They just keep moving that one in because you can't make a full piece of toast on it. You ain't going to make a whole sandwich because it's smaller than a cheese square.
Right.
When you see the corners of the cheese.
Right, you put a piece of cheese over it, it's bigger than a piece of bread.
And then you want to still hold the bottom and just kind of bite around until it evens out. You want to try to do it because that's all you got to do. And then the mayo's all fucking, the mayo done fucked it up because it's so thin. But 2020 smells like a dirty diaper and pickled corn chips.
2020 is like getting dandruff in your wig or having plaque on your dentures.
Ooh, 2020 should be forgotten like William Hung.
Oh, damn!
She bangs, and she moves. Forget about that shit.
Hey.
For all the time.
All bullshit aside, though, I know a lot of people can say 2020 was a bad year, and usually I don't agree with too much of that because, like, usually my life is, like, just fine, even when everybody might be like,
that's not what
this is going on. Dude.
That's not what this is about.
I know that, but I'm saying
we roast in 2020.
We are roasting.
You can't make up with 2020 to roast in.
No, I'm saying 2020 has been one of the worst years of my fucking life personally.
Okay.
So I know it's really been like, it's one of them low budget fucking kung fu theater karate movies on Bill Kennedy on Channel 50 on Channel 50 on Sundays back in the day.
Hey.
Like fucking a masterpiece theater kung fu movie that was on some bullshit.
2020 is like that one thing that your vacuum won't pick up on the carpet, but yet you'll still wipe the vacuum over about 30 times before you pick it up. It just won't pick it up.
And finally you just bend over
that little annoying ass piece.
Hey, fucking 2020 has been eat a dick. It's been a eat a dick kind of year. Like, nigga, if you could say anything in 2020, what would it be? I was like, eat a motherfucking dick for real.
And don't choke on it.
No, choke on it, please, by all means.
2020 is like that hiccup that you get when you eat too fast. Like, you eat that good-ass food, you can't wait. All of a sudden, you want to take a drink, probably like, oh, fuck. Like, that's just always comes up. You had no control.
Right, and it's caught your throat for a minute. It won't even come all the way up. You're like doing what
we had no control in 2020. Like, we thought we did, and it was just we didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like fucking, this burger was so good.
2020 was fucked up, but I can honestly say, if there ever was a year that could claim they were a beast, 2020 is that year that can honestly say, King Kong ain't got shit on me. 2020 came this bitch and punched everybody in the fucking throat.
2020.
Punched everybody in the throat.
2020 was like that real sticky booger that you can't get off your finger. You try to flick it, and you flick 100 times, and it don't go nowhere. And then you think it's gone, and it popped up over here.
Right.
You thought it was gone. You try to go up with your day, and you saw that shit chilling on your knuckle.
Seriously, you got to wait till the end and just wipe it off like, ugh.
Yeah, and you thought it just won't go away. Even if you try to do that shit, it just kind of finds a way to stick to you.
Duh, yeah.
That's what 2020 has been.
2020 has been that if you were gonna rate, if we're gonna Cisco and Ebert it, and do thumbs up and thumbs down, I would just give it the finger. I would be like, fuck a thumbs up or a thumbs down. 2020 gets a finger.
Yeah, none of those gold thumbs that I had. It'd be like a rusty old dirty thumb backwards.
Right.
Thumbs down.
Straight thumbs
down. For 2020.
Or a bird.
2020 has been that suspenseful feeling you get, and you're so excited to find out the end of your TV show results, and then they go to commercial. And the winner is, we'll be right back.
2020.
That's 2020.
2020 is that 7th grade year of school. At the end of the year, you get your report card, and it says you failed. Like retained in grade.
Yeah.
Like not promoted to grade.
He will continue in this grade.
Your whole summer vacation's fucked up because you just flunked. Like,
and there's an application for summer classes. You ever had that's fucked up when you got summer classes and it still didn't make you pass? You knew you done fucked up twice.
I only went to summer school once ever in my life, dude. It was like in junior high, and all bullshit aside, it was fun.
Right.
Dude, the people I had in my summer school class was, dude, it was
imagine what summer school class now. They ain't going to have it because it's 2020. We can't talk about good times when we're ripping on 2020. You can't be random when the 2020 ripping. Because 2020... It's just like that feeling you get.
Ripping on 2020.
Yeah. Like that feeling you get when you're about to go to sleep and you're all super comfortable and you're like in that spot and all of a sudden you got to piss. That's 2020. You're like, oh, this is the bomb. I'm like, damn.
You said that feeling you get out of the bathtub and then you got to shit. Like, man, damn it.
Oh, speaking of that.
Speaking of that. That's so fucked
2020 is that feeling you get when you know you got to shit, you got nowhere to go, and all you got is that public restroom. And that face you give that restroom, dude, when you look at the toilet, it's maybe not the best place. You're not like at the Olive Garden or something.
This is no
You're at the gas station, and you look at it like you're questioning your whole morals because you're about to do what you have to do there.
Hey, I'm not.
That's 2020.
I can't shit on a public toilet, dude. I'm not lying. I left a professional football game in the middle, like halftime. Left the stadium, took that 10-minute walk through the parking lot to my car, got out that bitch, and drove all the way home. Drove 35 minutes away home just to take a shit because there was fucking an inch and a half of piss and water on the floor throughout the fucking stadium bathroom.
Oh, my God.
And it's like, I'm not shitting on, there's only 10 of these toilets in here, and there's 60,000 people here, and I'm not shitting in. No. And look, pull your pants and shit down, sit in, and have your feet standing in fucking inch and a half of piss water. Dude, I left a fucking game and went home because I had to shit that bad. And I was like, I'm not shitting. I can't do it.
2020 is like that false alarm sneeze. You done fucked up and made all them shitty faces, and then you didn't fucking sneeze. Then people going to be like, what a drama queen. Like, he was just looking for attention. Like, you were just like,
you know what? Ain't you
made all the sneeze face and nothing happened.
You're a little too grown for this.
Like, you got everybody backed up.
Like, fuck.
You did you did 2 forearm blocks. You was like, and then nothing still came. And everybody's like, what a drama queen.
It happens.
Fucking that's what 2020 is like Donald Trump's hairdo.
Oh, shots fired.
2020 is like that Velcro that only works halfway. Like, I got my Velcro curtain. You remember the shit used to be in those old vans and like only would work in one spot? You thought you had privacy.
It had the snap. And
just hanging off. It's just hanging on that one spot. And that's the only part that's covered because it's like half the Velcro. That's what 2020 is.
Put up the partition.
For sure.
That's fucked up, bro. That is so fucked up for real. 2020 has been what we will call the year of bullshit.
Hell yeah. 2020 has been that feeling you get when you think you got to take.
I can't even look at nothing good in 2020 that I was like, you know what? Well, at least, like, no. Only thing I can say, at least I'm not dead. Like, for real. Like,
right.
2020 has just been that year.
2020 is like when you fucking, you feel like you're going to take the most epic poop in the world, and you get to the toilet, and it's just one little chunk. That's 2020. You was all these expectations, and then this little fucking event outcome came out. That's 2020.
2020 was that year that you went to the party thinking it was going to be some shit, and you got there, and it was one They parents was at the party monitoring shit, like a punch bowl, some cookies.
Man!
Everybody standing on the wall, don't want to ask somebody to dance. It was one of them perfect 11-year-old birthday parties.
Well, how about when we were like younger and dumb and shit, like we was getting our first paychecks and shit from work, and all of a sudden you get this one thing in the mail and it says "pay to the order of," and it's got your name on it, and you think it's some kind of check. Like, hey man, why do I got this check? Is it a check? It says "pay to the order of," and you don't even open it yet, right? So you're like, did I fill something out? Maybe I did. So you fucking open it, and it just was a fucking loan application. Like, you just fell for that shit. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, this could be your loan tomorrow if you fill this little app out. And but it makes you open it because it says "pay to the order of" with your name, and you fucking open it. So now,
Dave Chappelle like, gotcha, bitch.
Yeah. So now it's like you don't open them because we're older now. But when you're younger, you see the first time, you get burnt with that one because it looks like a real check. And you open it, it's like, here's your application for this loan.
Bro, just
2020's ass.
2020 was that motherfucker.
For real.
Can we just move on? I don't even want to talk about 2020 no more.
On my last one.
I'm getting mad thinking about it.
Right. On the last one, 2020 is like when you're like serious gamer and you're into the best game, you're killing it, you got your best record going on, best kill streak going on, best whatever going on, and the whole screen freezes up. That's 2020.
The Xbox, just the rings like.
Yeah. I'm nationally ranked. And then fucking your shit just froze up on your ass. I'd love to be on the headphones when that happened. I'd be like, ah, because I ain't as good as y'all.
He said I'm nationally ranked.
Yeah.
You know what?
And on that, man, if you guys like this episode, please hit us with a like and subscription. We'd really appreciate it. And don't forget to hit the notification button so you never miss an episode.
Like, subscribe. Again, click, like, subscribe.
And you can catch us every Wednesday and Saturday. And this has been another episode of
Meant to Vent.
Till next time, humans.
With your boy Rando Calrissian and Rando First Blood.
Merry Christmas.
Off. Merry Christmas.
Merry holidays and all the stuff you support. And Smokey Robinson says, Happy Chinooka.
This is